All right.
Like good or bad?
That's fine. Yeah, Bill, here we go. We're going to show you where the harness goes. They're for the rear of the car.
All right, Bill, I put down some blue tape for you so that you can just follow the magic blue tape. Your rear harness is going to start up and tie into the rest of the car up here. And it's going to come down and it's going to fall along the rocker on this blue tape.
Right up against that edge.
Yep. And it goes through this hole right here and pops into this cavity and runs along the bottom floor of the cavity and goes up the back
Hang on, let me get
into...
over there. Oh, no, that hurts. Hurts my knees, okay.
Goes up the back of the cavity into this hole right here. See, the tape comes up and goes right up into that hole right there.
Yep, got that. Nice. Okay, good.
Okay, and that hole goes through into the trunk.
Oh, I'm too old for this.
It comes out in this corner back here, right behind where the shock mount is.
Aha. Nice.
And
very nice.
When it comes out, it divides into the left and right sides of the car. So the right harness is going to come out and go down here and go into this channel and go over to the right side of the car. This hole right here is where the wire for the fuel pump goes through. That tape there points to where the wires for the fuel sending unit goes.
Okay, now I missed the fuel
pump hole is right here. I've got a piece of tape labeled fuel pump that points at the hole. The wire's going to go down there. The wire harness goes in this groove. And the right side harness continues over. The little spur comes off here, goes down to the fuel tank sending unit, and the rest of it continues in this groove around and goes here into the taillight assembly. If you want to get industrious, there's a hole right here where the little harness for the license plates goes through, where the license plate lights wires poke through and then come out over here in the back.
And that grommet is made onto your license plate light wires, so it's got to be there.
Right. And there's grommets, obviously. There's not a grommet here because it drops down in there, but there is a grommet where the fuel pump plug goes. The left side of the harness comes up, splits off and goes around behind the strut tower and comes up here and goes through this clamp. And then there's a grommet on the harness that goes through this hole, and it comes through this hole and then follows down and goes to that clamp and continues into the corner and goes over to here to go to this tail light. And there's a hole right here where the harness for the left side license plate light goes through, goes into the cavity to come out through there.
What's that hole right there?
I
don't think the harness does not go in that hole.
No, that hole's a fuel tank vent or something.
Yeah, because there's not one over here, so we'll have to. Yeah,
we got to research what that hole is.
Right.
That may be a lightning hole for the race car prototype.
Prototype.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
And then your coming off of here also is going to be your tag that comes up, goes through your clip, and ends up inside the trunk and goes over for the trunk light switch. And just leave it be. We can fish that all through ourselves, but it's going to come up and go through and then go through a grommet here and up in and over and all that good stuff. So hopefully that gives you some guidance and where to just start rough laying stuff in when you bring the harness tomorrow and start installing it.
Excellent.
Thank you, Bill.